Hello and welcome back to Homemaking. And if you're new here, this is a space where I share cozy homemaking videos. Today I want to share some quick meals and easy homemade pantry staples. I'm making an easy sandwich bread. I found that using my bread maker gets it perfect every single time. It's just 1 cup of warm water, 1 tablespoon of oil, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then a pack of instant yeast. I just set it to the dough cycle and I just let it go. This is really a lot easier because my house gets so drafty and cold, and sometimes the yeast just doesn't want to work right. It'll rise one day and then not rise another. And this one, when I use the bread maker, it works every single time. It's just perfect every time. For this, I subbed out 1 teaspoon. Well, I actually added 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning to the bread maker when it was mixing up, and I'm shaping it into a herb braided loaf. And I actually made this last night, and we had it with our dinner. We had our pizza last night too, which you're going to see here in a minute. And Tim loved it so much. He said, this would be so good, like on the side of spaghetti or lasagna or something like that. So it really was a hit, and he really loved it, and I liked it too. I thought it was really delicious. Okay, to braid the loaf, all you want to do is you want to cut them into 3 separate pieces and then roll them into a long roll. And then you're going to take all 3 of them and you're going to pinch the ends of them, and you're just going to simply just braid it, just like you're braiding hair. It's really easy. Make sure, though, when you braid it, that the braid is loose and not real tight. That way, when it rises, it'll rise that braid up to where it ends up being really beautiful when it's baked. After I braid it and it's all finished braiding, I just put it into a well-greased loaf pan, and then I just cover it loosely with saran wrap, let it rise till about 30-45 minutes until it's just above the edge of the pan. Then I bake it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, about 30 to 35 minutes, or until, it's golden brown on top. Tap it when it sounds hollow, it's done. Just pull it out, and then while it's hot, I brush it with butter. That way, it gives it a real nice soft crust. I also whisk up 1 egg, and then I brush that on top of the loaf before I bake it. That way, it turns a really nice golden brown. Oh, and I should probably tell you this. I've been working on a cookbook. I haven't really said much about it yet because it's been one of those slow, behind the scene things I've been working on for the past several months in between everything else. It's nothing fancy, just real food, the kind that I actually make in the kitchen. Stuff that's simple, filling from scratch, kind of meals you can put on the table without really overthinking it. A lot of it is just come from living life, making dinner when I didn't feel like it, figuring out what to cook, what's in the pantry, writing things down after I finally get something right. Some days I don't touch it at all, and then other days I'll be in the kitchen thinking, oh, I should add this one, and I'll go write it down real quick before I forget. It's coming together like that, just piece by piece. It should be ready in a couple months if everything keeps going the way it is. I'll share more when I get closer, but yeah, I just wanted to let you in on that because it's just been slowly, working on it in the background and just quiet part of my life lately. The next thing I'm making is pizza crust. This is using the same dough that I used for the bread that I just made. It's so delicious. This is the best pizza crust ever. There's another one I used to use all the time, but this one beats it. This one beats it every single time. So delicious. So, okay, so I added the 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning to the basic bread dough. I'm going to have these recipes all linked down below too if you're interested. And then I'm going to I oil a pizza pan, grease that real good. And then I preheat my oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and I spread that dough evenly in the pan. And then I let it sit uncovered for about 20 to 30 minutes. Then after that, I go ahead and I put on my pizza sauce. Make sure when you put that on there that you put it on real thin, because if you put too much on there, it's going to give you a soggy crust. So a real thin coating of your pizza sauce, and then whatever toppings you want to put on top. We always put the ham and the mushrooms, and sometimes I get fancy and put pineapple on there. I love pineapple on my pizza. Very rarely do I do that. I used to do that all the time. I don't do that too much anymore, but oh my gosh, I love pineapple on my pizza. Just whatever we have on hand, onions, black olives, if you want to put spinach, anything you want. And then after you put the toppings on there, and your cheese, of course, you don't want to forget the cheese, you bake it 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes, or until you see where the crust is starting to get brown around the edges. Go ahead and pull that out. And then I always have a bowl and I put in melted butter. I always sprinkle in more Italian seasoning or oregano or basil or whatever you have. And then some garlic powder. I always put that in there. Mix that in real good with your butter, and then you brush that all on the sides. Let that sit for about 5-10 minutes, and then slice it, and it's ready to go, and it's so good.
I'm running low on brown sugar, so I'm going to show you an easy way to make it. So if you ever run out, you don't even have to go to the store, you just make it yourself. It's so easy. All you do, you just put sugar into a bowl. I don't even measure, you just, whatever you need. Sugar, and all you add is molasses. Put that in there, and then you just stir it up. That's all you do. Super simple. Saves you money. You don't have to run out and buy it from the grocery store. If you run out, you just make it yourself. Super simple. Then this will store in an airtight container. Sometimes what happens with me when I store it for a while, it tends to get hard. So what I do is I will add a cracker. I always put a cracker in there. Put a cracker in there, and that will keep it soft, or a piece of bread, but you want to make sure you check it. That way you're sure that it's not getting moldy or anything like that. And that's all you do.
I'm also taking the same recipe, but I'm not putting in the 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm just using it as is, and I'm making hamburger buns. This I make about 9 different, sections. I cut it into 9 different sections. Of course, I weigh them on my scale, so they're somewhat the same, weight, and then I'll roll them up, and when I roll them into a ball, I flatten them just a little tiny bit, so then when they rise up, they don't rise into just like a little ball, but they'll actually be a little bit flattened, and then I just brush the egg egg wash on top and sprinkle a little bit of poppy seed and sesame seeds on top of it, and I bake them at 375 for, until they're a little bit golden brown, just a little light golden brown, and then I take them out. These are so good. This has really saved us a lot of money too because we no longer buy them at the grocery store. I make them, and they're so simple, especially the bread maker. They're just really, really easy. If you don't have a bread maker, I will link the one that I use below. So you can get that. It's so much easier on the bread maker. These hamburger buns, I'm actually making these ahead of time. My youngest son, he's coming over for lunch in a couple weeks. I have not seen him in a couple years, so yeah, I'm excited about that. I keep thinking about it while I'm in the kitchen, like what I'm gonna make, how the day's gonna feel. I don't know, just all of it. I figure I'd go ahead and make these now and freeze them so they're all ready to go. I do that a lot. If I'm already making the dough, I'll just make extra and tuck it away. Doesn't really take that much more effort once you've already got everything out. Plus, these buns, they freeze really well, like really well. I just let them cool completely first. I don't rush that, or they're going to get all weird and soggy. And I'll usually put them in a freezer bag. Sometimes I'll wrap them in a little parchment if I'm trying to keep them from sticking together. But but most of the time, I just toss them in a bag, press the air all out, and that's it. And then when I need them, I'll just pull them out of the freezer and let them thaw on the counter. Sometimes I'll warm them up in the oven for just a few minutes so they taste fresh again. Just one less thing to think about later. And I don't know, there's something about making food ahead like this, knowing who it's for. It just feels different. Like I'm already getting ready for him to be here. After shaping them, I just put them on a pan and cover them with saran wrap, and usually it takes about, I don't know, maybe an hour for them to rise to double, and then I'll stick them in the oven and I'll bake them. It's gonna be so good. I'll use these for sloppy joes or even hamburgers. They're just so good. I made them the other night and Tim just loved them. We had them with sloppy joes and they were really good. I hope you enjoyed joining me on this rainy, cold day and baking these warm and cozy meals. Thank you for stopping by. and I'll see you next time.